Welcome back to Overtime, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great show, but we're always like to finish here with a game segment, or do we dislike finishing with a game segment? Like or dislike? That's the name of the game. If you haven't seen us play this game before, basically, I'm going to say a statement. I'll probably call it a question because I'm a silly person, but I'll say a statement, and then we put out our thumbs, and we put them up if we like the statement, and we put it down if we dislike the statement, and then we argue for a long time, and it's great, and nobody wins. All the best games function that way. You guys ready?
I'm ready to not win.
Dislike.
Yeah. Dislike? You dislike winning?
I'm practicing. I'm good to go.
He dislikes winning. You would know that by watching him play Rocket League. Statement number 1 here. Nice. There will be a 7-0 team in NA this season. Okay? There will be a team that goes undefeated. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh man, I'm the only one who's believing.
So which team, Wave?
Come on, Wave.
I mean, Cloud9 is the only, like, they're kind of the only team that's like got the best run of it right now. You got 2 other teams that are 1-0. They're playing the undefeated teams. If they come out of this week, I believe in Cloud9 right now. If they come out of this week undefeated, then I think they've got it in the bag.
But the problem is the Kings of the North, they have a loss, and they still have to play Cloud9. I feel like Energy will probably beat Cloud9, and that'll be Cloud9's 1 loss, and they will tie at the top. That's
this all pretty much comes down to who you're predicting in that series. I'm predicting NRG for that. You're predicting wrong. So we've all got our own strategies.
I think it can happen. I just think it can happen. I just want to believe. Next statement here. Dapper will have 5 or more goals here in week 3. Renegades will be playing both the winless teams, so that's kind of just a thing to factor in here. Okay, you guys ready? Dapper, 5 goals in week 3. Ready, set, go. Okay.
Hey!
We all agree. It's because we're all fans of Dapper, I think, and we want to see everyone succeed at least a bit. 0 goals per game right now. It's a little rough for Dapper. The only problem is if they do well and they just get a 6-0 sweep, 3-0 and 3-0, it's a little tough to score 5 goals. I think the series will be competitive versus FlyQuest at least. Yeah. And that one could go pretty far. But Dapper, that's the only way Renegades will show up at all this season, so I expect him to show up here.
He has a possibility of 10 games next week, so I think there's a decent chance. There's a very decent chance he's going to make it, especially with, like you said, he's playing the winless teams right now. Yeah. There's a very good chance that Dapper can get there. We all agree with that one. There's no argument to happen. Moving on. Next statement here. Ghost is a world championship level team here. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, wow.
I was actually up on this one.
You were up on this one?
Shogun was up on this one.
I put L here, and I thought L meant loss.
This is why it's fun to do these, because they're so tough. They're so close.
Yeah, they are. But, okay, here's my thing with Ghost.
Okay.
I think I loved what they did. They were awesome, but the 1 win isn't enough for me. They've got to do it at least 1 more time against another team that we consider the top 3. If they beat Cloud9, absolutely I'm in. But at this point, just beating NRG wasn't enough to convince me that they're going to be a world championship.
Like, they still have to show me more. It was a great first showing, but it's a 1-0. And it's going to come down to 1 best of 7. They're going to be a quarterfinal team, and we'll see who they get to play. I would love to see them versus FlyQuest, so Lethamyr versus his 2 teammates. And then we could see FlyQuest taking it again. Sad Jr. on keyboard mouse in playoffs.
You got something to say? You got something to say here?
Well, I'm kind of surprised I didn't have to say something sooner, considering I'm the one that disagreed. Look, every single time we go to a World Championship, NA has 1 team that we're not quite as sure on. Okay. So I've got to take a pick here from 5 potential teams. They're the ones that have convinced me the most.
Which is why they won't make it, because that's how NA works. It's always the team that convinces you, and then some other team kind of fills that 4th spot.
So it's going to be Allegiance then.
I don't think Allegiance can make it.
Renegade.
Don't think it can be. Lethamyr says we got to stop doubting them. Lethamyr, do it 1 more time, and I'm on board with you there. Next statement.
I ain't got no doubt in my body.
All right, Shogun, you've convinced Shogun already. Well done. Next statement here. G2 finishes above Ghosts in league play. So a little bit simpler here. G2 going to finish above Ghost in league play. 1, 2, 3, go. All righty.
All right, Shogun, what?
Shogun again.
You just love Ghost.
Yeah, apparently so.
Or do you hate G2?
Nah, I'm sticking. Like, this is me sticking with what I previously said, of which I think they're going to make it in. Well, I think they're going to go 3rd in the entire league play. I think G2 will take the other place.
4th?
Yeah, 4th.
Okay. That's the other one.
Yeah, it's outside of the medal spots, but I think that's just how it's going to go down. I think that's how it's going to be in league play, and then they're both. Okay, I can see. I really want to. G2 in playoffs. I don't know. I've never. No point have I ever seen G2 in a must-win game and go, you know what I'm confident in today. You know what I'm going to bet the house on.
If there was ever a season, I feel like season 4 is the best they've looked so far. But again, this is also, we're talking about the 2 teams who are both 1-0 right now. So only seen them play 1 time. I'm putting my faith in G2.
Same.
It's the same question as last time. You know,
like JNaps.
Do it one more time and I'll believe in him.
Yeah, JNaps is the best player between those 6 players, and I think he can get them that 3rd seed at least, maybe even a possible 2 seed. They play Cloud9 this week. They could take them down in a small upset. So I'm going G2 here.
All right. So next statement, moving over to Europe here. Method is the best team in the world. In the world right now.
Holy.
1, 2, 3, go. Gibbs is on
right. So my thing is like
2 good weeks is all it takes.
Who else is it? Who could you put? Like my only argument would be maybe Cloud9, maybe NRG. You can't give it to anyone else in Europe right now because they've all looked not that great.
I will say this to you, and this is the way I looked at it when I originally saw this question, is that if it was just the RLCS, yes, Method are currently the best RLCS performing team. But GFE,
keep going.
Overall, if I was to have Method and GFE play 10 times, they would win 7.
But lately, Gale Force eSports has not looked great outside of the RLCS either. They lost in the quarterfinals in Gfinity. They've looked extremely shaky, so that's why I'm putting Method above them now.
I see where you're going with this, but we're talking about the RLCS. And the way the RLCS is set up is you have to win here, and you get one chance to beat teams. They beat Gale Force, and as much as I can see the point you're making of like, oh, if they played 10 times, Gale Force would win 7 times. But the only time that mattered was the time that happened last week. I feel like it's Cloud9 though.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with Cloud9.
I can accept that as an answer.
See, here's the thing though, is that Method has never quite managed to, and this is like another scenario thing if I'm putting them in here. Regular season, I think they're going to do very well. They have never managed to pick up that big win when it mattered. And I get the feeling
they got like 2 already this season.
No. I'm talking like end of season, playoff scenario, or grand final sort of scenario. I'd put someone above them.
We'll see if they can pull it off as the season progresses. You heard it here from Shogun. Gonna move on to the next statement here. Cool. I don't think I've called it a question yet, which is good. This is the first time here. Envy and Gale Force both missed top 2 in Europe. So talking about teams, we're talking about Gale Force is the best team in the world. I feel like I already know where Shogun's gonna say on this one. Ready?
Really?
Really? Put the thumb up, man. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right. So you think Frontline is going to make the top 2? That's the only other one that could do it, probably. Unless you're thinking flip side.
I'm not thinking flip side on that. This is the one that I was very 50-50 on overall. I think Frontline might make it there. I just don't know. GFE is not having a great season. They're not playing well in the RLCS. Envy is not having a great season. They're not playing well in the RLCS.
So who are your top 2 right now?
Yeah, it has to be Frontline.
It has to be Frontline, apparently.
It's very,
I've learned this myself. I'm putting Frontline number 2. I've learned something myself.
I can see Frontline. I can see both. But to say that both these teams are going to miss out top 2 in week 2, I just can't say that right now.
Yeah, week number 5, it's Gale Force versus Envy for the final game of the season. And I think Gale Force will have enough wins around that time that they just have to beat Envy and they will get the spot. I think Envy might be one of those teams in the 4 or 5 range, but whoever wins that matchup will likely get a top 2. I'm still not sold on Frontline. They've had 2 5-game series.
We'll get to see them again in week number 3. We're going to do the next question real fast here. A caster will have a perfect EU pick'em week. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. You're so
Absolutely
wrong.
Not.
You're so wrong. Nope, moving on.
There is a reason why we got this, and it's because I am here to get it all right.
It's Shogun's just full of it right now. Final question. Final question. Frontline will be 4-0 after next week. Shogun, you better be consistent on this one. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yes.
Let's go.
We're all going Frontline versus flip side. They will win it.
Frontline hype train is real right now. I cannot wait to see Farah do it the flip side again. If flip side is able to pull it out, that would be a great turnaround for them. But at this point, after the way they played last week and the way that the fire that is under Frontline right now, have to believe in Frontline.
Yes, I like Frontline a lot here because they're playing Flipside and Team Secret, but I think later on it'll be a little rough.
Absolutely. But guys, it's been a great show of Overtime here. Had a great time. Tune in on Friday for the Rocket League Rivals Series, 11 a.m. Pacific, and on Saturday, check out North America.